Start another watch review channel? I mean, how many guys are doing this already? And at my age, I got a bad feeling about this. Okay, I hit record. Is that right? Am I on? Hello? Checking, check. Hey guys. So, welcome to my new channel. This is Aaron, and yeah, giving this a shot. Gonna do some watch reviews, unboxings, maybe some gear here and there. Yeah, just kind of have some fun with this thing. My kids think I'm totally nuts. I'm driving them crazy with setting up microphones and lighting and all this stuff, and they just think I am like out of my mind. Being a Gen Xer, married to a millennial with two Gen Zers. Also, you might hear some groveling over my shoulder here. We also have 5 parrots, and while I'm home, they are always on my shoulder at some point. And yeah, that's welcome to my life. So we have what's that? 5, 6, 7, 8. At least 8 life forms I know of living in this tiny cracker box in Scottsdale, Arizona, aka Tatooine, is what I call it. As every summer has gotten hotter and hotter over the last, I don't know, forever since I've been here. Since I've always lived here, so I've noticed a. All right, I'm not going to get into climate change. Let's not do this. I said I'm not getting political on this channel. All right, so welcome to my channel. So that's a little bit about me. Let me show you my little guys. These are 2 of them. This is Kai, a turquoise green cheek conure. Take off. And this is River, a regular green cheek. Oh, thank you. That's right on cue. Okay, pause while I clean that up. So that was nice. Anywho, I had watches over the years, here and there. The Mickey Mouse watch as a kid, and maybe a Casio in early grade school or something like that, just messing around. But really, when it really snowballed on me was probably like just after I got married. So early 2000s, it kind of went nuts. And now I'm just up to my eyeballs in collecting. So Sherman, take the Wayback Machine to 1981, which would be 8th grade graduation. I'm calling it graduation. They call it promotion now, but hey, I'm sticking with graduation. I'm bringing back 8th grade graduation because that was a big deal to me. I graduated 8th grade. That was huge. Not everybody went to high school, right? So let's say 8th grade graduation. My grandmother wanted to get me a gift, and she said, "Aaron, anything you want." I was like, "I really want to watch. Whatever you want, you pick it." And I remember just flipping out. Like I was so excited. So I immediately ran to the bathroom, and no, not because of my excitement, because that is where there was a stack of magazines, and there was a couple of Mad magazines, my sister's Tiger Beat magazines, and underneath that was the Sears catalog. And if you guys remember, you old dudes, that's how we went kind of shopping, unless you're going to go drive from store to store. Unless you already knew about something you'd seen somewhere. Catalogs were the way to go. I mean, you could flip through the pages and see exactly what was in the store. And, flipping through, I had to get past the swimsuit articles. Hey, I was 13. Give me a break. But once I got past those, I got to the watches, and there it was. So I called my grandma and said, "Grandma, let's go to Sears." And so that's where this little guy came into play. So it was Phasar, or Phasar, as I called it. Obviously, I'm a little bit of a nerd, so Star Trek was huge for me back then. And Phasar was Sears brand. That was their home. What do you call it? Home brand. And I saw this watch, and I mean, I didn't know what the word anadigi was or anything like that. I just saw that it had it had the digital, and it had the analog face, and I could do 2 or 3 different times on it, and it had a stopwatch, and I was just freaking out. And this is the actual watch. It's survived. The only thing is the analog part does not work, and it happened when I switched to battery. So if anybody knows down in the comments if I did something wrong, I have not been able to get it started. I even took the battery out and tried it again, and it would not start. So, I mean, it's just completely dead. And I've tried different button combinations and things, and it does not work. But anyway, that was my first stop into watch collecting, kind of. Because then it was, in high school, and swatches, and, I had 2 or 3 of those with the swatch guard. And, after high school, college, and I started working for my dad's, or a family company started by my grandfather here in Arizona way back in the 1940s, actually 1949. And I started working there, and I was in sales and had a huge year. And my dad was like, "Hey, how about a watch?" And I was, yes. And again, I didn't really know much about watches. I just knew, I'd heard of Rolex, and that's really about it. I hadn't heard of anything else except Tag Heuer. And again, back in around 91, 92, 90, something like that, how would you even go looking at watches? I mean, I guess you could go to a jeweler, drive around. But really the department stores were the big places to get jewelry. And this was at Dillard's, which I believe is that still a local company? I don't know how many other states they're in. It used to be called Diamonds way back. But let's crack into this. And, my dad was like, let's, whatever you want. And I thought, $1,100. I was like, that is a tremendous amount of money for a watch. I didn't even really consider Rolex at the time. I don't think I even knew what a Rolex cost. I think maybe doctors and people like that had Rolexes. Oh shit, this thing's totally falling apart. Hold on. As you can see, look at this. It is just, it's been through hell. But here she is. Let's see if I can clean this up a little bit. I can't remember if they called this a boy's watch at the time, because these weren't not very big either. 37. But I wore the hell out of this thing. It's I think a SEL model. There was this line. I think they kind of nicknamed it the Link because of the bracelet. But yeah, quartz movement. I didn't know what automatic meant. No clue. I thought quartz was awesome. So, and this one is really. Oh my god! Look at this stuff. This box is totally falling apart. It's all over me. But it needs a good polishing at some point. But that was where I picked this one up, the department store. And then from there on, like I said, I think around 2000, early 2000s, I started collecting Android, which is now Aragon. I used to have, I don't have any of those anymore. I think I have one Android that I just kept for posterity. Invictas, everybody starts with Invictas. I'm trying to think of what else I used to have. That was pretty much it. I think it was like a few Invictas, Redline, AV8 back then. And since then, I've sold everything off and I've gotten just into everything. So that is all we have for this first episode. Guys, be sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell, all that jazz. I will be back with some more. And like I said, mostly watch stuff, unboxings, gear here and there, maybe like a flashlight or something. Anything I think is like just blows me away, I think is cool, and especially if I get a good deal on it, I'll be sure to post a video. All right. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.